This month we did receive a skincare product. Now this brand was introduced to me through Boxycharm. Sometime last year we received ELEMIS's Superfood Vital Veggie Mask, which my skin loves. Today we are going to be testing this Superfood CICA Calm Hydration Juice, and I think this is going to be perfect for my skin because it's been a little bit dry in some areas and a little sensitive, so I'm hoping this will be great. So this product is 75% organic aloe. It is a gel moisturizer. It's supposed to deliver an instant cooling hydration feeling for dehydrated or sensitive skin. It is a vegan formula and it's supposed to improve the look of your skin texture for a more calm and hydrated, like balanced complexion. And it does retail for $48. So we're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of this on. All I did this morning was wash my face and apply my morning medication for my acne. And now I'm just gonna apply this, so. Right off bat, I feel the cooling sensation. It's not like super cold, but you can definitely feel like your skin drinking this. And it feels so good. And trust me, my skin needs this. It doesn't really have like that sticky, tacky base, which is nice. So it's a gel moisturizer, but it's not as watered down as like a water cream. But it feels good and it smells very organic, I guess. So as you guys can see, it kind of added a little bit of hydration to my face, which is nice. So again, that is the ELEMIS Superfood CICA Calm Hydration Juice. Love it. So this next product is not something that I'm unfamiliar with here on my channel. I have used it before on my platform, so it's no stranger to you guys if you guys have been watching me for a while. It is the Benefit POREFESSIONAL's Pore Filling Primer. Now they had two variations of this in this month's box. I received the original one, but they do have like the hydrating one as well. So some people got the hydrating one and some people got the regular one that I received. It would have been nice to get the hydrating one just because I've never tried that one before, but it's also nice to have a full size of the regular one as well, because if you don't know, I do own the travel size of this one. Now this is obviously a pore filling primer and it's supposed to, hide your pores and your fine lines. It also has vitamin E in it, which is supposed to help protect the skin from free radicals, and it is a retail value of $32. Now normally I will go in with multiple primers and set my primers and all that jazz, but today I'm just strictly going to go in with this primer right here. So it is a little bit more oily than I remember. I have like a little bit of oil on my fingertips, like you can see. This one's kind of shiny, and the other one. I'm not sure what that's about, but we're gonna put this on. Yeah, this definitely doesn't feel like the travel size one I have, to be honest. So I'm just gonna smooth this. I do not remember this effect. Like I feel like all these pores, like I can still see my pores, but they're not as visible, if that makes sense. I don't know, I feel like, it feels like I'm using this primer for the first time. It's crazy. The formula feels different, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Maybe mine's is really old or something, but this was amazing. Like I don't recall my mini one working this way. I don't know. Now that the primer's on, it's time to work on complexion. Now I have a couple of new products to use for this step in today's little makeup unboxing. First and foremost, the sponges that came in the set. These are from Hank & Henry, and I'm super excited to try these. They're specifically designed to be versatile, so you can use them for cream or liquid application. It says that you can use them wet for a sheer application or dry for a fuller coverage application. So of course, I'm gonna try to use the sponges dry. Normally I like to wet my sponge, but I'm gonna try it dry just so we can see how full coverage it can get. So these are the sponges, they're super cute. The smaller one, I think I'm gonna try for concealer, and the bigger one I'm gonna use for foundation. So we're gonna go in with the bigger sponge first. Now for foundation, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I know this has been around for a while, but I recently picked these up because I've never tried e.l.f. foundations before. I love a lot of things from e.l.f., but I've never tried the foundation, so I want to test it out in today's video, so I hope you guys don't mind. I picked up 2 different shades. I have cashew and then I have almond because I wasn't sure which one would best suit me. I'm kind of feeling like cashew would be the better match, but I'm just going to go ahead and open it up and kind of put it on the back of my hand to see which one would be the better option, if I can open it. There we go. So these are the 2 foundations swatched kind of on my hand. The top one right up here is cashew, and then down here the darker one is almond. I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of cashew first, and then maybe grab a little bit of almond if I need to darken it up a little bit. So I have a little bit of cashew on my face. I'm gonna take my sponge, dry. This is really weird for me because I'm not used to using a dry sponge. This is really weird. I don't think I'm gonna like this dry because it's like pouncing on my face so hard. I really do not like how hard this sponge feels. I think I'm gonna wet it. Even though it's supposed to give like a sheer coverage, I'm gonna go ahead and wet it anyway because even if it is a little bit more sheer than what it is now, I'll just try to build it up. But yeah, I don't think I'm loving the way this feels dry. Like, do you guys hear that? Hard. So let me go wet this. So I'm back, sponge is wet. It did get a lot bigger. And now I'm just gonna try and use this wet on my skin just to see how I feel about it. So far, I don't know, I'm not really loving this sponge. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Don't really know, but I can't say that I love this. I was really excited for it because of like the angles and everything, but honestly, I don't think I'm loving this. It looks cool. I like the neon green. I like the angles that it got, but the blending is just not there for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use one of my other sponges. So now that the foundation is laid, finally, I just want to say that I'm kind of disappointed. I had high hopes for this sponge, and it's just looks nice, seems like it would be nice, but I just don't like how stiff it is, and it's not super bouncy. And so I'm not even going to judge the foundation today based off that sponge because yeah. But I am going to go ahead and still give this little mini one a chance. Hopefully I like that better than the face sponge, but we'll see. For concealer, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. It's supposed to have a satin finish, and mine is in medium beige. I have the original Camo Concealer, so let's see if I like this one just as much as I like that one. This one is a brightening concealer, obviously, so it is a little light. Now I'm going to take this little mini and start blending. So far, not bad. I'm not hating the mini one. And I really like the angle because it gets like right there. The other one I think is a definite like no-go for me. But this one has a chance. I wonder why that is. So the little one is definitely better to work with versus using the bigger one. I don't know why that is when they seem to be almost the same. This one is a little bit more squishier, but maybe that's because it's smaller. I don't know, but the small one I can get with the big one. So now I'm just going to set my base with a little bit of powder, and let's see. I'm just going to use the mini one since this is the sponge that I seem to like more. Just tap it in my powder. The sponge is like really good, if for nothing at all, setting your under eyes, because it just gives you the right amount of powder in precision just to put it right underneath there. Now I'm going to finish off the rest of my face, and I'm going to try to do it as quickly and efficiently as possible. I'm going to speed this part up just because I'm not using anything from Boxycharm, nor am I using any new products. So I'm just going to speed this part up for you guys, and then we can talk about what I'm going to be using for the shadow. But we need to get this face looking a little bit more presentable. So let's do that now. Now, before I finish off this look with the eyeshadow, let's talk about a brand that is new to me. This is LAVISH, and it came in this little packaging right here. But these are their 5-piece eye brush set, and they're very colorful. They're cruelty-free, and they retail for $29.99. So you have this brush right here, which I'm assuming is like a blending brush to, you know, just like blend in the crease. You also have this flat brush. It has a little fluff to it, but nothing too serious. You can use this to like pack on color. It has this one right here. This is an angled brow brush, I'm assuming, with a spoolie on the end. This kind of looks promising. I already did my brows though, so I won't be using that one today. You also have like, oh wow, I'm just now realizing they have names on them. Okay, so let's do this again. So you have, this is their tapered blending brush. That's what this one is, tapered blending. I see it. This one is their eye shading brush, but again, you can use this to pack on color. Then you have this one. This one is their pencil brush. I would use this to like just put a like inner corner highlight or something. And then you have this one, which is a fine liner brush. I don't know if I would use this for liner. It's actually not that flimsy. So that's interesting. And then you also have the brow groomer. So I guess this one I was correct about. So I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeshadow. I am going to speed through this as well, just because this video isn't about the look itself. It was more so about the products, unveiling them to you, telling you a little bit about them, etc. So I'm just going to, I think, use my Fenty palettes, the Snap Shadows. I think I want, since I created a look using this entire palette, and if you haven't seen this, go check it out. It'll be linked in the description, but I think I'm going to use more so of this palette. I might use the darker gold shade in that one, but we'll see. So I'm going to create something fairly simple, nothing too dramatic, and I'm going to probably use these 3 brushes just because I'm not doing any liner and my eyebrows are already done. So let's get to it. Alright you guys, so this is the finished makeup look after everything's all said and done. It looks really good. I'm very happy with the way everything turned out. Let's kind of go step by step with the products. I do have one more product to try, but that's going to be later on, so make sure you stay tuned for that portion of the video because I will be trying out the makeup eraser. But before we get to that, let's kind of divulge the products that we did use. So first and foremost, the ELEMIS Superfood CICA Calm Hydration Juice. I love this. I think that it provided a good amount of hydration to my skin. I'm going to continue to use it to see if, you know, my skin truly loves it or if it's a product that I'm just going to have to pass on. But first impressions, I really do like this. The POREFESSIONAL's primer, again, not new to me, but For some reason, I feel like I fell back in love with this because my mini one just doesn't perform the same way this does. And I feel like it did a decent job with my pores. It didn't make them go away. There's no product that's gonna make your pores disappear, but it definitely smoothed them, and I really do like that. So love this. The sponges from Hank and Henry. Now, I was very disappointed in the performance of this one, but the little ones seem to come through, and I really do like this one, so I'll probably continue using this. If I do use this, it'll probably just be for powder, but I don't really recommend it for applying foundation. I will try it once more with a different foundation, just because I was using a different foundation and stuff today. Maybe it just doesn't work well with the e.l.f. one, but so far, first impressions, not impressed at all with this, but this one definitely a step up from what this did. Now, the eye brushes, I only used a few of them. I used 3 out of the 5. I'll try the brow one maybe in a future video or something. This one I don't think is gonna get much use for me just because I don't really do winged liner, let alone like a gel type of formula, if that makes sense, because that's what you would have to use this for. So I don't think that brush would get much use, but the brow brush I will try. As far as these 3 brushes go, I mean, it's great for highlight. Do you really need it? No. Do I really need it? No, but I have it, so I'll use it. This one is good for packing on my shadow, as I did with the shimmer shade in the middle. Again, I have many brushes just like this, so I don't feel like it's necessary, but it's nice to have. And then this little brush right here, this is their tapered blending one. This is really good for like my inner corners, like when I blend in here. Normally when I do a look like this where I'm taking a dark shadow, or any shadow for that matter, and blending it in my inner corner and outer corner, the inner one I like to use a different brush for, but I use this one for the outer and inner corner. So I think that it was really good for the inner corner of my eye. The outer corner doesn't really matter. I mean, I did go in with this one. This is the JH30 brush, just to like blend everything further and smooth out the edges a little bit, which I can probably still do a little bit of, but overall I like the look and the way that the brushes work. So if you're not new to Boxycharm and the things that they provide, each box, as far as the base box goes, does have 4 to 5 full-size products, and I did receive 5. Although I only used 4 so far, I will be using the 5th one later on. This is the original makeup eraser. It's supposed to take off your makeup with just using water in this rag. I've never used the original one before, but I've had like a duped version of it. It wasn't the best thing in the world, and this was so long ago, but that's why they call it a dupe, because they're trying to replicate the actual thing, but obviously they didn't have the tea, or so we'll see. So I'm gonna try this out later. I will be giving my thoughts as it pertains to this product when I do use it, so you guys will hear how I feel about it and if I think it's good, if it's not. But it does retail for a retail value of $22. So as of right now, that wraps up this little Boxycharm unboxing. Definitely make sure you stay tuned to the next clip so that you guys can see my final thoughts on the makeup eraser. But until then, I love you guys. I hope you're staying safe, and I will see you guys in the next one. So as promised, we are using the makeup eraser. Now, I have to say that I was honestly impressed by this product. It did take off my makeup fairly easy. I will say I do prefer my Cotton Round and my Micellar Water for my mascara, but other than that, overall it is a great product. I will also say I don't recommend just using this just to clean your face. So I did go in with my normal skincare routine afterwards. Don't look at this product as something that you can just use to take off your makeup and be done. Like, you definitely need to make sure you do your skincare. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.